Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all depending on where you're tuning in from. And I just want to welcome you live here with us. This is Eldridge and Rakeem. I'm going to introduce you to Rakeem in a second, but I just want to let you guys know we are working right here from our home. So you might hear our families in the background, maybe our kids or our spouses. So just sit back, relax, just understand that we're coming to you live straight from our homes. So enjoy the show. I'm going to pass it over to Rakeem.
Hey guys, so we got some great information for you guys tonight. So I hope that you guys you can limit the distractions. Yes, we have kids too, so I know they come every once in a while, but just try to limit the distractions while we go over some information that is going to be pretty valuable for you. In my as far as I believe. So real quick, what I want to do is I kind of want to give you a brief backstory, but before I do that, I'm going to let Eldridge take back over and just give you a brief story on what it is that how he got started, what inspired him to do this, and and just an overall point of even joining an online business. So with that, I'm going to let him take over.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I would love to give my story and just share what brought me here. I mean, for me, this industry kind of found me. I received a cold call one day. I didn't know anything about online marketing and internet marketing, but I did know that I was open to, seeing some more increases in my income. So when I got the call, obviously I filled out a capture page online and someone gave me a call back, a gentleman by the name of Mark, and he told me, if I was open to, making some extra income, and if I was, to meet him down at the New Yorker Hotel on Thursday night at 7:30. And that's exactly what I did. Didn't know anything about it, didn't know whether, to think it, scam or anything like that. Sometimes people hear that in the industry. But for me, I was just wide open. I didn't have, a doubt or anything like that. I actually worked a job. Didn't love my job, didn't hate my job, didn't know the difference between the two. Only thing I knew was that, I was taught to go to school. When I get out of school, go ahead and get me a job so that way I can, start a family and be able to support them. And that's what I did. But one thing I found out back in 2005, once I became a dad, those of you that are, dads or moms, you understand that with children, it comes extra finances. So once I realized that I needed to see some extra income, I was definitely open. So once I seen the presentation, I knew right then and there that it was something for me. So I jumped right in. But one of the things that I found was that duplication with my team was extremely critical, first and foremost. But second of all, it was incredibly hard because you can't duplicate yourself. There's only one of you, so you might be good at one thing, but to find other people on your team to, create duplication, one thing I realized was that you need a system. So what I did, I came online, I plugged into a system, and that's what brought me here today, man. Plugging into the right people, getting around the right information, and taking massive action. So that's my story in a nutshell. That's what brings us here in 2017. It's crazy. It was back in 2009 when it all got started for me. And that's already going on 8 years now. So the time really goes fast, and you just get plugged into the right people and get around the right information, things can really just happen for you. So I'm really excited about what we got to share tonight. That's my story in a nutshell, Rakeem. I'm going to pass it back to you. I would love to hear a little bit about what brought you here. I'm sure everyone on, I'd love to hear that as well.
Definitely, man. So like I said, we're excited to, share this information with you guys because like I said, it's going to be valuable for you. But the key is to actually not only just get on this webinar and, spend your time, but actually, apply what it is that we're going to be teaching you in this video, on this webinar inside of your business. So real quick, just to give you a little insight of, who I am and how I got started in this industry. About a year and a half ago, actually, right? I haven't actually been doing this that long, but I've seen the value that was given, right? I've seen how people were able to change their lives, and I realized what I wanted in my life was, complete time freedom, right? And another thing with me is, I'm full-time active duty military soldier, right? So I have to work around anything that I do because that takes a good amount of my time. So how did I do it? Well, like I said, about a year and a half ago, I found myself really struggling to be able to spend time with my family, right? Because like I said, the military takes about 95% of your day. So if you could think about that, what time would I really have to be doing the extra things? But then I started getting smart, right? I started to starting using my time, more effectively. Instead of like getting off and doing what most people do is like when they get home from work, they're tired. And what do? They usually go to sleep. I was there once before, right? I was there where I would do that because I would be so tired. But, when you get that drive and you make a decision that you're going to actually change your life, that's when, things can actually happen for you. So, long story short, I was in the military and I eventually got to a point I was like, man, okay, I realized that I'm creating a family and a family costs, right? There's certain costs that come with that. So I ended up having there was one child at first. And like I said, the time was being taken, but I wanted more money and I didn't want to do it by taking my time. So long story short, I ended up getting a second job, right? So I was full-time active duty military as well as working a job right after that. So that means that literally I was waking up at 5 in the morning and then getting back home at 10:30 at night to come home to my kids my kids and wife with the lights off. And I did that for about 4 months. And it was so stressful because, I'm waking up early in the morning before most people wake up and then not getting home until nighttime because I would literally have to go from that job to the next job right after that. So I didn't get to go home and eat dinner all the time. I would have to buy stuff. Right. So after a while, after about 4 months, man, I just gave it up. Right. Because I realized I didn't want to sacrifice my time for money, because honestly, that just sucks. And I know that elders can agree with that,
Oh man, that's
so definitely, man. So, long story short, I realized I needed to find something that was going to be profitable for me, that was going to actually make me money if I just put the work in. So what I did is, I started looking online for different things, and I realized very quickly that I found something that could make income, but it was going to take my time just like a part-time job, and that was actually surveys. That was the first thing I've ever did. Those suck, right? So like I said, I realized that that's not what I wanted to do. So I ended up finding something online. I ran across an ad on Facebook with a top leader, and then pretty much from there, that was it, right? I realized this was something that I could, make profitable, and I feel like like I said, if you're actually putting the work in, I don't see any reason why you can't make it happen as well. So for the most part, that's pretty much my story, right? I just wanted more time to be able to spend with my family, right? I wanted to be able to travel when I wanted to, and just do things to where I can live a life that I don't have to escape from. So that was my whole story, and that's why I was inspired to do this. And it's almost like I fell in love with it, right? It's almost like I can never stop doing this, So that's pretty much my story. And what like I said, we're gonna be hopping right into some information that's going to be very valuable for you guys tonight. So like I said, I want you to pay very close attention.
yeah,
So,
definitely, man. And I didn't even know that either, man. I didn't know you worked 2 jobs, man. And waking up 5 in the morning, getting home 10, 11 at night, family sleep, man. I know there's pretty much everybody on this call can relate to that, man. That's extremely powerful, man. Just to hear that, I truly commend you, and for you to break through and just be where you are now, man. I think that is just incredibly awesome. So I'm not going, keep going on, but I'm gonna let you jump right into the slides. I just want to definitely let you know, man. I totally take my hat off to you and commend you. That is awesome, brother.
Definitely, man. I'm not trying to revisit that moment.
I hear you.
But what I want to do is, guys, is I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and then we're going to jump right into it. Just a second. All right. Sorry, screen. All right. Let's see. All right. Let me know if you see my screen.
You are good.
Just a second. All right. So good?
Yep, I see your screen perfectly.
All right. Cool, brother. So, like I said, we are very excited to be bringing you this information tonight because, you know, not a lot of people really understand this concept and the mechanism that we're going to actually be talking to you guys about tonight. Now, you're probably on this webinar and you've probably realized that, you know, over your time, if you've been doing this for a while or you're just looking for a way to make more money, then I'm going to show you how to do that, because the top marketers have their own little strategy that they use to literally go to the top in every single company that they're in, right? And you're probably wondering, you're like, man, that's definitely true, because it seems like everywhere that they go, they can just, whoo, top earner like that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how exactly they're doing that. So this is going to be how top marketers scale any online business. All right, so as you can see, he's climbing up the mountain, right? He's climbing up the mountain, but for the leaders, it just seems like they do it so fast. So what I want to do is I want you to, my mission, me and Eldridge's mission for tonight is to help 50 families add an additional stream of revenue to their annual incomes. Now, the question is, will one of them be yours? And I hope that they will, because like I said, all this really takes is you putting the work in and not just, you know, being on this webinar and just, you know, saying, hey, it was a great webinar, but, you know, you don't implement any of the things that we're going to be teaching inside of this webinar. All right. So your mission, if you were to choose to actually accept it, is to just cut off all distractions, right? Just cut off all distractions and just pay close attention, because I promise you, you could be one of the 50 families to add an additional income stream to your yearly income. And on top of that, receive mentoring and coaching as a bonus if you become part of our team. So stick around for what we got going on. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is the biggest challenges that we have inside of our industry, right? There's some things that hold certain marketers back and entrepreneurs back, you know, just in general. And I kind of want to talk about them, you know, real fast. All right, so the first thing is they don't have enough startup capital, right? They don't have the money to really start a business, especially if they're going like brick and mortar with it, right? Those are usually a lot more expensive than starting an online business, right? So that's usually an issue. All right, so the next one is no marketing budgets to properly run their business. So I'll tell you a little scenario that basically happens to most marketers is they get into a company. Most times they go for the lower ticket offer because, you know, that's affordable to them, right? And then they get in, you know, they're in, you know, 90 days or so, and they realize it's about, you know, personal development. It's a personal development leadership business model. And so they realize, hey, I'm going to have to upgrade to actually make more money. So what do? They upgrade. Some programs are between $3,000 to $5,000 if you want to get all the products, right? So they get all the products and they realize that I don't have any money now to advertise my business. And then I'll kind of go over it a little bit more as we go through the slides here, but just kind of want to give you a brief of the story. They realize they don't have that marketing budget after they spent $3,000 or $5,000 to automatically start, you know, getting eyes on their business. All right, so the next challenge is they don't have enough capital to purchase their high ticket products. So that, like I was saying, when they purchase those smaller products, it's because they don't have that money to upfront to just say, hey, $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, you know, depending on, you know, which opportunity or company that you decide to go with, you know, they're not able to purchase those higher ticket products. So the next thing is they don't have a steady stream of qualified buyers looking at their business every single day. So that goes into not having that advertising budget to actually reach out, like to gather, prospects. They don't have that income. So now they have to rely on free strategies. And I can tell you, without a mentor, the free strategies could be a 2 to 4 year learning curve. And that's no exaggeration. All right, so the next thing is they don't know how to market to become the attractive factor, right? They don't know how to create, captivating content to make people actually, attract to them, instead of being the person that goes out and hunts all the time and random people on Facebook in their inbox, right? You don't want to be that person. You want to be the person that people reach out to looking for more information. All right, so the next thing is they don't know how to close and upsell, right? So most people that get into the industry, they struggle with generating leads, right? They don't understand that concept. But when you understand it, it gets easy. You got it, right? But once you generate a lead, now can you close that lead to generate a sale? Can you close that lead? And also, once they become a part of your team, can you get them to upsell, right? Those are usually problems that people have, where people stay at the lower levels because they're not providing enough value for that person to reach up, take a step up to the next level. All right. So the next one is they don't know how to get team duplication. Now, this right here is so important because if you think about it, if you're Superman, right, and everyone else is like, regular people, people cannot duplicate what Superman can do if they're just regular people. So if you're like the Superman in your business and people rely on you and they can't duplicate what you can do, then honestly, it's going to be very hard to team build, because team duplication is so important. I don't know if Eldridge has anything you want to say about, team duplication.
Oh yeah, man, definitely. The main thing about duplication that I can tell you is when I first got started, that was one of the reasons why I actually came online, was because I was able to see some type of results. The problem was my team was not able to do what I was doing. And for whatever reason, because there's different type of personality types, there's all different types of, skill sets that people have. And, people do things differently. So for me, I realized that a system that a person can plug into that allows duplication, man, it just makes things a whole lot easier.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Give me a second. All right. So you can still see my screen?
Oh yeah, you're good to go, man. You're golden. Everything is great.
Okay. Great. All right, so we're gonna hop back into it. So like I said, those are the biggest challenges that most marketers have inside of this industry. And like I said, there's ways to get over these and actually make these better inside of your business. There's ways to do it, and we're gonna continue showing you exactly how to do that. All right, so I'm going to explain to you what most people do when they first get into this industry. And I'm going to take you through this process, and then I'm going to talk about what the smart people do. All right, so what most people do that get into this industry. They invest into a business, right? Their primary business. They invest. Boom, they've paid that money. Now they invest all their money, their own money, to buy products and training. So keep in mind, they're investing all of their money. So now they have to either use a credit card or get out a loan to basically use as advertising. This is usually what happens, right? So now they have to learn free strategies. Now, why do they have to learn free strategies? Because they don't have the advertising money to get traffic to their business. Now, here's the downside on that. Like I said, it could take 2 to 4 years without proper mentoring, because most people that get on, they don't really understand free strategies.
And Rakeem, if I could just chime in really quick about the free strategies, because I get that a lot too. People say, oh, what can I do for free? To me personally, I feel there are no such thing as free strategies, because you either pay with your cash dollar or you pay with your time. And we all know, in my opinion now, I strongly feel that time is your most precious asset. That is something that if you give away, you can never get back. the money you can always get back. So when people say free strategies, especially knowing it's going to take 2 to 4 years, I don't know if I consider that to be free. And I just want to jump out and say that that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, definitely, man. And in the end, that's going to be a risk of your personal capital anyways. Because if you think about it, when you don't have the money and then you start learning these free strategies, eventually you're going to get to a desperate spot where you're just like, oh man, and you're going to spend your money anyway. So it pays to, to be able to have that marketing budget, to be able to try to get a little bit further in your business quicker than what it would take for the free strategies. All right. So the next step is where most people usually do is they never get to making money and being able to reinvest that back into their business. Now, like I said, most people never get here. They never get here because, like I said, they're already in debt once they take out that loan to be able to try to advertise for their business. Now they're like, oh man, now I'm in debt. Then they pay the money. They continue staying in debt, and then on top of that, they have an auto ship that's hitting them every single month, right? Every single month on top of what they already have. So like I said, most people never get here. Now, what I want to talk about now is what the smart people do, right? The top 7-figure earners, 6 and 7-figure earners. They use a mechanism, right? Once I explain this mechanism that they use, I really hope that you hold on to it, right? Because it's very powerful. All right. So they focus on things that pay instant commissions. So in this particular case, it would be instant $18 commission. So what that means is you work today, you get paid today. Now, why is that powerful? Because now instead of where you wait or you're in debt for your money, you work today, somebody signs up today, you get paid today. So now you're able to use that money as like your advertising, right? So depending on, how many people you're bringing in or the route whichever route you're taking, now you're able to get instant money to put into your advertising budget. And this is what a lot of top 7-figure earners do. They use, things that pay instant. So now they can just throw 20 grand or 30 grand or 40 grand into an advertising campaign and literally just get a ridiculous amount of sales. Now, if you're on here, I know you've probably seen it time and time again where they just get, they have ridiculous days, right? So the next step is high ticket products and basically like your advertising campaign, right? Once you continuously get instant commissions, now you're able to purchase your higher ticket products. Now, what does that do? That positions you correctly because now it's not going to take as much work to make more money. So let's say you invest into an $1,000 mid-ticket, high-ticket offer. Now you're positioned. So that means that for every sale, I'll give you an example. For every sale, you're going to make $1,000, depending on what opportunity you make, because now you're positioned to make the most money. And I don't want to discount and say that you're not going to have to put in work, but it's going to be easier for you to actually make more money. All right, so the next step is no risk of personal capital here, because you're using the mechanism of other people's money. Now, I don't want that to sound bad, but what that's doing is you're getting instant commissions and you're not risking your own personal capital. All right, so the next thing is multiple revenue streams. So, right, when you have a system like this that plays instant commissions and then you have your primary business, that allows you to, maximize your income, because you don't always have to use that money to fund your business when you get the instant commissions. You may just want to get at the highest level, like we talked about with the higher ticket products. You may just want to get to the higher level, just so you can continuously get income streams coming from all different places, right? And that's how you rise to the top of the leaderboards, right? That's how you get into, when you first get into your business within the first 90 days, this is how they shoot to the stars, right? This is how they take off. So that's the what the smart people do, what the 7-figure earners do when they first get into their businesses is they just go kaboom, right? They're gone. All right. So now we're going to get into the testimonials, right? We're going to get into real people, real results, people who are actually getting results, right? Because that's why you're here. You're here to see the proof. So the first testimonial that we have for tonight is Rashad Rankin, right? So, and I want you to keep in mind, most of the people that are inside of this system, not all of them are experienced, right? They're not all experienced, but yet they were able to make, multiple $18 commissions, right? Straight to his, in this case, straight to his PayPal account, right? So multiple $18 commissions, and still up until this day, there's people still making $18 commissions. So I want to keep that in mind. And the pay sources, Eldridge, could you let them know the actual pay sources?
Yeah, definitely. I know in the back office, once you get set up, you just go to the top there, you click on settings, and you can choose your pay sources, whether it be PayPal, Stripe, Payza, and authorize.net. I know they're looking to integrate a couple of more, like it's for like international folks. So those of you that are international and want to use outside other than Payza or authorize.net, what you can do is we have some actual international ones, so we can definitely get back to you on that. But for now, those are the 4 that are back there.
Okay, definitely. So we're going to continue on with the testimonials. All right, so like I said, real people, real results, right? So here's another person who's getting results, right? And I just want to continuously state this is most of these people don't have much experience in this industry. So this shows you that, anybody can come in, and if they put the work in and apply the strategies that are taught and the strategies that, me or either Eldred are going to teach you, you will definitely be able to add an additional stream, an additional income stream to your yearly revenue. Believe what I'm telling you. All right. So the next thing is the next person is I think it's Jasmine Mason, right? So this person, as you can see, that was his first $18 commission. So his first time making money online, right? So you want to keep that in mind. You always want to make sure that not only the person that you're deciding to join with or whatever, make sure they have enough value to provide, not only the system, because people don't buy into just the system, they buy into the person, because people join people don't join businesses. So you have to be able to provide enough value to people so they can actually, benefit as well. And that goes back to team duplication. All right, so that's Jasmine Mason. All right, this right here is Butch Herthel, right? So as you can see, his payment method was Stripe. And as you can see, he actually got a bunch of $20 commissions as well, which is the residual income part of the system, right? So, and then the $18 commissions with that as well. And he made a total of $94. Now, this next story this next testimonial, it was very touching because basically it was around Christmas time, and as you can see, she has her daughter in the picture with her. And this right here is Kristen M. Presley, right? So she made a total of $2,010 right around just before the week of Christmas, right? And as you can see, one-time $18 investment earned her $2,010 for Christmas.
That's powerful.
So now
that's powerful, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to interject there, man. I love to hear stories like this. This is really, really, really awesome, man. So shout out to Kristen and just for having awesome results. So definitely, bro, you could jump back in. Just wanted to put that in there for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. It's always good to see those type of stories, man. It really is. So that's pretty much it for the testimonials. Now, What if we gave you everything, the emails, like, what if we just gave you the same campaigns that generated as much as $93,000 in commissions in 35 days from a complete flat start? What if we gave you everything that allowed that to happen? All of the value campaigns, the follow-up campaigns, the promotional campaigns, show you what type of Facebook content creates interaction, teach you how to become the hunted and not the hunted, right? So that's basically becoming that attractor factor and really knowing what marketing is and how to do it. Not like posting random links on Facebook and all your social sites, because that's not going to get you anywhere. It's like you're hoping for somebody to click your link and buy in, which it just doesn't happen like that all the time. You may get lucky a few times, but like I said, it just doesn't happen like that all the time. All right, so also give you access to a private Facebook group filled with tons more marketing secrets. So now you're not only getting the system, you're getting the Facebook group, which has other people that can also help you on top of who your sponsor or mentor is, right? You're getting more assistance. And right now, at the time that you're watching this, I believe that the group we're coming up on about 6,000 people in the Facebook group. Is that right?
Yeah, man. Actually, it's almost 7,000. Like the past few days, we've added a few hundred people. So it's really growing. I'm really loving what's happened with the Facebook group. So that is a bonus within itself. So really take advantage of that for sure.
Definitely. So what if we gave you everything that you see here, right? And I'm going to show you in a minute exactly what you're going to be getting in the process you would need to take to actually get started. All right, so the next slide is you can literally start popping $18 commissions daily, right? Like popcorn, right? No exaggeration, because as you've seen it, $18 commission turned into $2,010, right? That was, I just have to go back to that story because it was amazing, right? You don't see that happen, especially from something that's so low ticket within a short amount of time. All right, so like I said, start popping $18 commissions daily. All right, so these are all the things that you're going to be getting inside of this picture. Like I said, the Facebook, the email follow-up campaigns, right? The sales pages, the capture pages, pretty much all you would need to get your business up and running as fast as you want to do it. All right, so what you will have to do is purchase. You're going to pay the $18 when you first get started. That's what you're going to pay. Now, once you get inside the system, if you want to be able to sell this as your own product, so right, you may not have your own product, but what this allows you to do is purchase the reseller rights for $9.95, right? You really can't beat $9.95, right? So you pay that, and now you're able to resell this product as if it were your own, which is pretty powerful because you're only paying $18 one time for the system, and then just paying $9.95 for the reseller rights.
And also, sorry to jump in here, you get a chance to sell all of the products in the system, with that $9.95. So you pay $9.95, and not only can you sell that $18 product that you get to keep, whether you use it or not, or sell it or not, you can keep that. That's yours. You also get a chance to sell all of the products that's in the system. So that's extremely powerful as well.
Yeah, and we definitely we have a couple new products coming out as well that are going to give you the ability to get residual income, because it's nothing like getting a residual income every single month, right? It's nothing like that, right? So basically, thanks for watching, and what I want you to do is take action now, because you will be one of the 50 families that we help add an additional income stream in the next 12 months. So all it's going to take is you clicking the link, whether it's going to be Eldridge's link or it's going to be my link, whether the person who sent you here. Go ahead and make your decision on what it is that you want in your life this year. Do you want to be able to spend more time with your family? Do you want to be able to travel whenever you want to? Do you just want to be able to do what you want to do without having someone else be the person that tells you to do it. If that's the case, what I want you to do, and we're going to talk a little bit, talk a little bit more about the system here in a minute, but I'm just kind of directing you to where you need to go, which is in the description box down below this video. And like I said, whoever sent you here, go ahead and go through their link. And like I said, I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside, but we're going to transition and let Eldridge take over and just talk a little bit more about the system.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I absolutely love what we're doing here with this system. And for those of you that are watching here now, for those of you that want to just go ahead and click below and get started, get your system signed up, just fill out that application. Like I said, at the top of your screen, once you get in the back office, you'll see the settings tab. Just click on that. Set up your payment processor so that way you can start collecting those $18 payments. And for those of you that want to take advantage of the reseller rights of the complete system, make sure you pay that $9.95 and set up every income stream in your quick start training. Now, we're just going to jump into overtime, do a little chit chat and like I said, we're just hanging out. Nothing, crazy, nothing like that. So for those of you that want to leave, it was great connecting with you. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Go ahead and click the link below. For those of you that are just going to hang out with us, get your questions, answered or whatever, that's fine as well. And for those of you that are still here, what I want to do, I'm going to add, as well as Rakeem, for anybody who joins today through this link below, you are going to get our free Facebook training. This is exclusive to our team, for those of you that click the link below, as well as our Instagram. And I know, Rakeem, if you can just touch on your YouTube training course, I know that's a killer course. So, guys, for that alone, for $18, you definitely want to take advantage. Yeah. But I'll let Rakeem talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So, if you join through this link, through either one of our links, then what I want to do is I'm going to give you our YouTube rank and bank strategy, right? So pretty much every time that I use YouTube, because I use YouTube, faithfully, right? That's my source that I just said, hey, I'm going to master this, and I'm just going to, just thrive in my online business, right? Because I really love video, and you got to really think about, the future. Most times, if you're scrolling down Facebook, what do you see more than you see text or pictures? You see videos. Most times people, they want to, laugh at a video, like a funny video. So that just shows you where we're going in the industry. It's just, video is powerful. So I'm going to be giving you my YouTube rank and bank strategy, right? That I use to upload my videos and rank them to the first page of YouTube. And sometimes even Google.
That's crazy. I'm actually, surprised you're actually giving that away. That right there alone is just awesome, man. So definitely shout out to you for that. That's something that I actually tap into. So for those of you that's getting that, if you're one of those first 50 families, congrats to you, because that alone is definitely worth more than $18, way more than 18. So congrats.
Yeah, definitely. So with that, guys, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna close out a little bit, unless Eldridge has anything else that he wanted to, give out. But we're gonna go ahead and close the video, and we'll see you guys next time on the next webinar, which will be sometime next week or this week coming more towards the end. And we'll let you guys know. And and another thing, I'll put you guys on a list. And I'll leave that down in the description box, and you can just kind of opt into that list, and then we'll be able to, inform you on when we're going to be doing the next webinar. So with that, we're going to sign out for tonight, guys.
See you guys later. Bye-bye for now.